Good to see everyone again. It's been, today was the first day we had everyone practice, and it was good to get on the field with the whole team. Last weekend we had some young guys, and those are fun, and that's part of the bowl prep, I think, is getting to work with the young guys, and today was a chance to get back with the whole team, and then we'll go tomorrow morning again, and so it's a good time of the year.
How many times will you take a look at just some young guys in practice during this run? And I'm just curious how important it is for a guy like Hornibrook, Ramczyk, the offensive lineman, transfer like that.
I don't know exactly how many days we've got. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll go through this weekend and next week with kind of practicing, for lack of a better term, Wisconsin versus Wisconsin. We'll start next weekend. We'll start our prep for USC, and every practice we'll finish with young guys. Like today was probably another 45 minutes, and I think it's really important for the development of those guys that maybe don't get so many reps or have been doing reps on cards, mimicking the opponent. So for all the players, it's really a good time of the year for a program, and that's why it's an exciting time.
Sometimes it's hard on the outside to quantify the impact of a fullback or someone who plays that position, but Derek Watt has had a long, successful career here. What has his value been this year, and maybe even before that, from what you knew?
I can't talk about before getting here, but I think the value that Derek has brought to this team has been huge, and it's neat. He's a big part of this team, and especially when we had some of the injuries and the way it went with the tight ends, the way he's done a ton of different things that a lot of people don't see, but people, teammates, coaches, they know the value of him, and special teams. I think he's a really good football player and understands the game, and he's been fun to be around. I've loved being around him, and looking forward to him kind of finishing his career one more good game. But he's really important to this team, and it's, like I said, he's been fun to be around. He's a good football player.
Well, speaking of the tight ends, I know we talked about the change again on the offensive line in Minnesota. If I remember correctly, you had Steffes, Traylor, Fooms. Were you able to use those guys in ways that you hadn't been for most of this year?
Yeah, I don't know about using them differently, but I thought Austin played tremendous, against Minnesota, and he set the point, and it was the Northwestern. It was some inconsistencies. He hadn't played, we practiced but hadn't played, and that was the first time that we've had all three healthy, and that was good, and. But I don't know if we really, we didn't do a ton of different things, but, we're able to be in some of the two tight packages and then back it up, and I thought they did well.
I think you mentioned before you like Schobert's chances at the next level. What do you think about it? His game kind of translates and plays well in the NFL?
Well, it's not my job to figure that out, but I think Schobert he's a really good football player. I think he could. Fit into, from what I know, a 3-4 defensive scheme, a 4-3, so there's some versatility. And I think what he's done on special teams has helped him. And like all those guys, they got to get in the right spot and continue to grow, which I think Schobert is capable of continuing to get better. But I just think he's a really good football player. And, the coaches I've been around, that they value that. He's smart, he's tough. He's versatile, he can play a number of different linebacker positions. So I think he'll have a heck of an opportunity. I don't know, but I think that's what I think.
Gilmore had said not too long ago he hoped to get Wheelwright back to the bowl game. Is there any chance of that, or where's it?
No, there's a chance. I think today Rob went through and it wasn't a long practice I bet we were out there maybe an hour and 10, hour and 15 for the older guys, and he did all that. Like I said, it wasn't taxing, but he's been running up before this, and so it was good to get him out and catching, and so I think there's a chance for sure.
Since we talked to you on the conference call, have you looked more at USC, or have you not really had a chance to look at them much?
Just real quick, but not enough to know it's a really good team.
What's Corey's status? How is he being handled in practice? And is his playing status 100% health related?
Yes.
How is he being handled in practice? How's he looking in practice? Is he practicing?
He's fine. I mean,
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know what else. Yeah.
Paul, this is the time of the year when assistant coaching names come up in the coaching carousel, and you've been a part of that as an assistant as well. But
Yeah.
how do you, as a head coach, handle that in these few weeks when you're trying to get ready for a bowl, but you know that there are programs waiting to fill spots?
Yeah, I think you handle it the best way that you can. We're all pros. We've been in this thing, and know that that's part of this time of the year. And I think you handle it a lot of the ways the way you've been handled. That you've appreciated me personally, and I think that's being open and honest and keeping those, if there are those, keeping people in the loop. And I appreciate what the coaches have done this year. I love working with this group, and there are times when for that person and for his family it's a good move, and then you support that. And I think in the meantime, I don't worry about any of this group doing the job. You know what I mean? Like, they're all in, and you appreciate that. But I think you just kind of you deal with it as it comes, and you're supportive of what's best for that person.
I guess specifically, the job that Dave has done has created quite a bit of buzz. I mean,
As it should.
Did you think it was only natural that his name would come up?
It went through it last year with
He
him.
did.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. And I've been on that end of it, and so those are all, I think, natural things, and well deserved, and that's I think that's how guys grow in the ranks.
How much growth have you seen from Joel from when you got here this year, last year, I guess, to now as a player?
Well, I think, I've enjoyed coaching him and being around him, and appreciate the fact that I think he has grown and has that mindset to continue to grow, and just because he doesn't take things for granted, and he is a worker. And so I'm glad to get one more opportunity with him and this group of seniors. But I think he's made progress.
Do you think coaching could be in his future?
He's a lot smarter than most coaches. I don't know.
Did Walker Williams practice today? Do you feel like he's going to have a chance to play in the bowl?
He didn't practice today.
Alex Erickson was a first-team All-Big Ten. It's a pretty remarkable story for a kid who came here as a walk-on. Did you think that he would have the type of season that he has had this year, where he's got twice as many catches as anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's nothing that he's done that has surprised me. You're always appreciative of guys playing in their production. Certainly it's a great story, The guy that got the linebacker of the year is a pretty good story, same type of deal. And we've been fortunate and almost spoiled here at Wisconsin with some of the guys that have come, but I didn't know what Alex's production would be, but it's kind of what we've needed out of him, and I think that therefore, nothing's, like, I don't think he's done anything that you don't expect, or the players don't expect, or he doesn't expect. But you're appreciative of it.
How did Ben Schwal and Jacob on that side handle the change that they had to go through against Minnesota?
I thought Bo played really well, and certainly Jacob, across the front, I thought we did some good things, and there was more newness or change for Bo, and I thought he played fast, he kind of cut it loose, and which you were glad to see, but sometimes you're hesitant when you move, if there's something new, but I thought you know, you go back and look at it, there's things that each guy needs to clean up or you'd like to do different, but I thought overall, and particularly those two did well.
Did Bo give you some things as a guy who could pull and really get to this?
Yeah, I
next
thought he
level?
did a nice job in that.
Do you think that's where he'll be here in I guess, bowl prep, getting ready at right guard? Or?
Yeah, I think right. I think today that's where we had him. You never know.
You guys,
Trust me.
you guys have been working pretty much nonstop since August. You know, it's a long season. You had some time off the last couple of weeks. Do you sense an energy with this group, or is there any concern about how long this process has been?
I did sense a good energy. There's always a concern, when you don't play for a while. Heck, we as coaches get nervous after a bye. That's 1 week. But I do think that they've, taken advantage of kind of the schedule we've tried to do with them, and they haven't been inactive. I think just a change in routine sometimes be good for them, and as they get ready for finals, we got to be conscious of that. But they've been good, and it's, again, I go back to this, you appreciate it, but you kind of expect it out of this group. There's really good leadership from the seniors, and I know they're excited about the Holiday Bowl and playing USC. So we just got to maximize it, but it was great getting back with them, and does it alleviate that concern? That's our job, to try to make sure we're ready, and we got one more opportunity with this team, and we want it to be our best game of the season.
Those freshman offensive linemen that were kind of thrown into the fire this year, you think that kind of experience, even though they were kind of up and down, is that going to really be beneficial for them in years to come, I guess?
Yeah, I think anytime a kid plays, you gain experience, and experience is something that can become invaluable. And so if we help them, and if they take advantage of what they've learned and apply it going forward, then it's really good. But absolutely, I think you always learn by playing.